Yeah,
well, smoking it.
Well, 710 is a new 420, and I love, consuming cannabis any way I can, and I'm always into the new ways to ingest it and the innovative ways to consume it. So when the emails came out, like 2010-ish, I was all about them, just getting it happen. And now I own, 8 different types of emails in my possession, which is crazy.
Wow.
Just getting high, making it happen.
That's unbelievable.
And now they have portable emails. Have you seen these? You just wear a backpack, so you don't need an outlet or a plug. It's crazy.
That's insane. Why didn't we have that for the walk?
I was trying to get one, but it didn't come through. But next year, don't worry, we're going to be all prepared. We're going to make it happen. All these events that are going on and all these products that are coming out, and the more socially accepted cannabis is becoming, more companies are coming out, more money is getting thrown into this industry. So we're always finding new things to do and new ways to consume it. It's an awesome industry. I love it.
Yes, it is. It is amazing. And so we have to take a quick break. I'm having so much fun talking to you. This 10 minutes just flew by. But when we come back, we're going to be joined with Adam Ill, known as Getting High With, on Instagram and on Be Real TV. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Cannabis Confidential with Dr. Dina will continue after a word from our most confident sponsors.
Dr. Dabber, hurry! Its temperature is shooting past 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. It's burning up.
I'm afraid for this little guy, it's just too late.
What caused the problem?
Only Dr. Dabber can maintain the perfect temperature for a smooth-tasting, slower burn. This standard vaporizer lost all of its health benefits, sending it up in smoke.
So you're telling me that most vapor pens burn so hot they produce smoke, not vapor?
Correct. Keep away from those standard vaporizer pens and turn to Dr. Dabber. Doctor's orders.
Less heat, more flavor.
Ganjapreneur.com, your guide to the cannabis business world. Ganjapreneur.com is a comprehensive resource for cannabis professionals and entrepreneurs. Download the Ganjapreneur app on your smartphone or tablet to catch up on cannabis industry news, scroll through our daily job listings, and learn about successful cannabis companies, executives, and investors. Ganjapreneur.com, helping ganjapreneurs grow.
Growing green to generate more green.
Hello to all you happy herbalizers, smiling trippy hippies, and everyone who believes in freedom and tolerance. This is The Grow Show, and I'm Kyle Cushman.
From food to fuel, from remedy to resource.
Welcome my guest, Ed Rosenthal, the guru of ganja. Let me ask you, right now I hear your lighter clicking. Are you smoking indoor or are you smoking sun-grown?
What am I smoking? I'm smoking concentrate.
Way to get out of the answer there. So you're truly like the king, right? You just clap your hands and somebody brings you a bowl and you're all set, right?
I wish that were the case.
The Grow Show with Kyle Cushman, only on CannabisRadio.com.
Dr. Dina is back with more Cannabis Confidential, only on CannabisRadio.com.
Welcome back to Cannabis Confidential. I'm your host, Dr. Dina. We've got Adam Ill on the phone live, Getting High With from Be Real.
What?
You got me saying that now all the time. It's disturbing.
It's funny.
I didn't think I was that easily, bent over to take that what all the time. Now every time I see you, I just want to say what.
Yeah, it's great. It's awesome, and it's kind of annoying too, because it's great to see the influence and how many people are out there saying what when they see me, or a general reaction to anything. It's just that what. But also now when anyone sees me, all they do is say, what? There's no more like, hello, how are you doing? What's up? It's just, what?
Exactly. Look what you created.
Trendsetters.
So for those of you guys, if you've ever seen Adam, if you haven't seen him, you can go check out his videos online. But he was also on my Vice episode that I did, the real life Nancy Botwin. And he was my choice of people to be interviewed to talk about me, which is kind of crazy. And now I get to have you on my show. This is so cool.
Thank you for that opportunity, too. That was awesome.
Of course.
Dr. Dina, the real Nancy Botwin.
Yeah, you really know your lines still. You do it just like in the show.
And I think the first time we met, I know you came on the podcast in the apartment building when I was doing it in houses, but I think the first time we actually crossed paths was at a High Times Cannabis Cup, I think in San Francisco, where I was doing my podcast at a Cali Connection booth, and you just
Oh, you know what? You're right. I did. I do know what booth you were working at, too. I totally remember. You just gave me a flashback. Thank you.
Yeah, I know we spoke a lot and memories aren't always there, but I remember the first time you were there, you came by. I think we introduced each other real quick, and then I said, yo, you need to come on my show, and then we made it happen, and then I discovered that Valley Life. I discovered you are about the Valley Life, and I was in the Valley, so let's make it happen. It's amazing.
818.
Say it backwards.
That's right.
From that beginning relationship, we just started becoming friends, and then coming to your wedding, which was an amazing time. Can I say that was one of the best weddings I've ever been to, Dina?
Wow, thank you. That's pretty awesome.
It was such a good time. Everyone there was so positive, and just the way we were able to freely consume was amazing. Everyone was suited and booted in their best outfits, and then all the rigs and joints come out. So it just felt real. We were like dapper. It was great.
Well, it was so funny because I was so sober the whole day because, David and I had said, we're not going to smoke, we're not going to drink, we're going to be really sober throughout the day because we want to remember everything, right? And so I was totally sober. And then it wasn't until we did the big reveal when I kissed David and I could smell the alcohol on his breath. I'm like, oh boy, the boys have been drinking a little bit and I haven't smoked. This isn't fair. And so I was like, I got to find a joint. Well, I didn't find a joint till like right after the ceremony. And I remember walking up and sneaking a hit. But it wasn't until after the party or the middle of the party, I walked outside and you guys were dabbing. And you were the one that took the video of me dabbing in my wedding dress.
Yup. I had my little rig out there. Me and Addison were just dabbing, chilling, and then the bride came and we're like, we got to get her. And you ran to us. I dabbed it. Yep, that went viral. Instagram and Snapchat. It was a good time.
Yeah, that was honestly like the best dab I've ever had. I needed that so badly. I was so sober until that point. The best part was my in-laws, who are very conservative people and are not really as pro-cannabis as I would like them to be. I think that it's taken a really long time for them to open up, and they are opening up, and they're starting to see the light and realize, just like most parents, that they have always feared this reefer madness. And the reality is we're not bad, and we're just like any other business, and we're helping people. So, but they're not really, they don't want smoking around their grandkids and whatnot. So I told everyone to be discreet. Well, you know how that turns out. My dad walked up to me in the wedding probably like an hour before it ended and said, I'm going to need to get a pizza. I got a contact high from being in this room with all these people. I'm going to need to order a pizza. And we were laughing. I just thought, oh my God, my in-laws are going to want to kill me. And the next day, my mother-in-law came up to me and said, do you think anyone was smoking marijuana at the wedding? And I just looked at her and was like, if you don't know what that smells like, then hallelujah. Hallelujah.
So we are good. Yeah.
We are going to be fine.
I think that's what we need to focus on. I think is being more relevant is getting educated, letting people know what the cannabis does and how it helps. Because like you were saying, the whole reefer madness generation, all that propaganda behind them, and they don't realize how much cannabis actually helps people as far as healing medicinally and just recreationally. We may not know that we're self-medicating when we smoke weed, but if we're upset, we get high, and now we're happy. If we can't eat, we smoke. Now we're able to eat. We're hungry, so we do self-medicate, maybe not realizing it. So the more people are more familiar with cannabis, and the more society accepts it, and the more it's on TV and movies, I just think it's just going to turn into like how they treat alcohol. Do it wherever you want, whenever you want, as long as it's responsible.
Absolutely. I was reading an article recently about how when people they say that you should run, and then when you run, you get endorphins, and that's what makes you happy. I was reading an article that it's actually not endorphins. It's cannabinoids are being released into your body, and that's what's making you happy. So you're naturally getting the same high when you take a jog or exercise that you would if you smoked a joint.
Yeah. It's those cannabinoid receptors, and it's the same thing. It's in a lot of things. Chocolate, when you eat chocolate, sometimes you get the same euphoric effect that taking a hit of cannabis does. It relates to your cannabinoid receptors, and your anandamides react, and you get that same type of feeling. So it's natural. Our body produces natural cannabinoids as well. So cannabis just helps us.
That is right.
Get more cannabinoids, get happy.
Well, I noticed that when we go to all these cannabis events, which are everywhere, and you and I just got back from the Michigan High Times Cup together, which was super fun. That was like unbelievable. Everyone keeps talking about my Snapchats from that trip because for you guys at home, if you missed it, we had a bunch of cannabis out there, and the day we were supposed to leave, we had rolled up everything that we had left into joints. We probably had like 30 joints left over.
There's a lot. Yeah.
And our friend was supposed to give them to us the night before so we could have time to smoke them, but he forgot. And so he gave them to us literally an hour before we had to leave for the airport. And the driver wouldn't let us smoke in the car on the way back to the airport. So we had about 40 minutes to smoke like 30 joints between 5 people. And Adam and I just lit up like 10 at a time and just power puff through it. And people thought people were angry. They were like, you're wasting that. You couldn't have just left it for someone else.
Well, we did leave some too. I mean, there was a couple joints and nugs that we left around and we let the hotel crew get, and we hooked up all the cleaning people in the hotel. But, you know, when we have these joints are rolling ready to smoke, we want to get down. And how often do you get 10 joints at once and just light them at the same time? You don't get to do that every day. So sometimes when these opportunities come around, you just take them, regardless of how gluttonous or how ridiculous it sounds or may be. I'm sure a lot of people that saw those videos that were complaining that you wasted it would have done the same exact thing if they had it in their possession.
That's true. Probably. They were in the same position. I would imagine so. So what has been your favorite cannabis events lately? Because I know you do the Secret Sesh. Secret Sesh has been, I know you guys had one in Detroit. You guys have been doing it in LA. It's kind of this underground group. And that's what we were talking about from the beginning, how you kind of were like the king of the underground movement because you brought so many people and you host all these amazing parties and events.
So I'm just very fortunate to be where I'm at and able to get high with everybody who likes to go to events. But I've been doing an event with my boy for about a year now called the Secret Sesh, which is a gathering of like-minded individuals to just come to a location and just consume and make conversation and make new friends and enjoy products from all around the area that we're in, because not everyone, you know, is able to find people that smoke weed. It's not a typical thing you bring up to someone, especially if you're in the closet smoker and you don't want people to know your business. So to find like-minded individuals that consume cannabis is not the easiest thing. So we do this weekly event where people can come and just find people that share the same common interests with them, and they could just chill over a dab or a joint or a blunt. We just kind of make it a party theme. It's kind of like when I did it in Detroit, because you mentioned we did one in Detroit, we did it in Denver, we did it in San Maria, we go all over the country. But when we did it in Detroit, I felt like I was in a scene of 8 Mile. You know, when Eminem was up there where they had those battle raps and it was like a super underground club, and if you knew about it, you knew about it. And when I was in Detroit, I felt like I was in one of those warehouses and there was all these underground folks there just getting high, and I was on stage just talking to them. Felt like I was in it was like the future. It was great. It was an awesome feeling.
That's awesome.
Sessions. But besides the secret sessions, I mean, there's all sorts of events, and we're all familiar with the High Times Cannabis Cup, which is the most prestigious event in this industry. But now there are so many other events that are happening, and so many more people are getting involved. I'm actually doing...
Wait, hold on. We're going to have to take a break because I want to dedicate an entire segment to this. So don't jump the gun, my friend. Don't jump the gun.
Sorry. I'm excited.
I know you are, and I am excited too. So you guys don't go anywhere. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we are going to be joined with Adam Ill talking about this really super exciting event that we are just so excited about. We almost spilled the beans early. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Cannabis Confidential with Dr. Dina will continue after a word from our most confident sponsors.
Your connection to quality cannabis insurance services is spelled Kaercher. That's Karcher Insurance. We have worked with ventures like cannabis for over 60 years. We're proud to represent over 50 companies with tailor-made cannabis plans for owners just like you to insure your product, your plants, and your pursuits. Kaercher spells out their full-service insurance services ranging from commercial to bonds to personal, from life to health, and more. Contact the team at KarcherInsurance.com and let our experience work for you. That's Kaercher Insurance.com.
Contact Karen and the team at Karcher Insurance at 1-844-421-3560. That's 844-421-3560.
MJWellness.com, the largest medical marijuana community in the world. Connect with thousands of patients, doctors, industry leaders, and businesses through shared personal experiences along our worldwide network. Discover new therapies and benefits with content tailored to you. Come grow your network on MJWellness.com. You're not alone. Your wellness matters. Learn, live, and thrive. Check out mjwellness.com today.
Dr. Dina is back